Hello again. It is Cindy, your whole doula, and I am just checking in with another video for you guys. Just answering a few more questions that I get all the time. I'm actually going to warm us up with this bowl. I'm going to toss this bowl a little bit, and I am going to choose a question out of here. So let's see. Okay. So I got my question. How do I choose the right doula for my birth experience? Okay. So when you're trying to choose a doula for your birth experience, first one is education. Does this person have the education about birth to support me? So a lot of times we see clients that say that they want their partner to be their doula, and there are some partners that are fit, but by far and large, you want to make sure that anyone that you're selecting to be a doula to support you in a very vulnerable, unpredictable time is someone that has experience with more than one birth. So you want to make sure that the person that is supporting you has seen a couple different things, so they have an expanded understanding of what normal is. Many times, a partner may sit in that seat of support, but for them to actually be the doula and actually be able to tell you, hey, is this normal? They may not have that experience level. If they've never seen a baby be born, they may not know what is normal because this is their first birth. So I think that partners can be great support people, but they usually have another role. They have a big role to play in the birth. So if your family is able to, I would suggest that you do get a doula that is experienced, that has experience with birth, that has been to more than one birth. I would say at least more than 3. So they kind of have an expectation on how birth can go, how it can change directions, and how, things change throughout the process, and decision making has to kind of evolve through the process based on what is needed. So I would say that's the number one thing. The number 2 thing that this person needs, can you guess? So other than experience, we want that person to be a good advocate. So what does that look like? So more now in the doula model, we are more teaching our clients how to advocate for themselves, because of course in the birthing room, we do not have a lot of power as a doula. We have the power of suggestion. So we can suggest. However, a provider does not have to take anything that we say, because we are not the client. We are not the client's partner. We are not related to the newborn in any way. So we do not have a vested interest. We do not have a legal interest, and they do not have a legal obligation to do anything that your doula is saying. So us as doulas, we navigate towards you, the birthing person, and your partner, because you guys are able to voice concerns and be heard more so than the doula. So I will offer the suggestion to my client, my birthing client, and they can lift that suggestion up to their provider, to their nursing staff, and get that resolved. Oftentimes, the doula is not talking directly to your medical staff or talking directly to your provider, because they have no legal obligation to us. And oftentimes, if they feel like they don't like the energy that a doula is adding to the space, they can use the hospital policy and procedure to remove your doula from the space if they feel like they are being some type of obstacle in the birthing suite, which is, that's its own situation. So you want to make sure that this person is actually someone who can help you advocate for yourself, and that they are someone who their presence makes you feel empowered. They make you feel strong. They make you feel knowledgeable. This is not the same as mommying or babying. This is not the same as someone, coming in and speaking on your behalf. This is not what a doula does. A doula is here to educate you. Maybe the doctor comes in and says, hey, baby is in a malpresentation. We're going to do this. Okay, then we can come back to the doula and we can talk about what a malpresentation is. We can talk about some of the things that we've learned that we can use in the labor room to resolve that, or aid with that, or decide what that means for the birth story going forward. So we definitely need someone who has that sense of advocacy. So that is putting together, being able to educate, and also see what actions can be taken, and also to suggest actions to be taken. That is the advocacy piece that your doula holds. And then there's the support, right? Support is key. You want to feel supported by your doula. You don't want to be the most powerful part of a doula, in my experience, in my understanding, and when I have a doula, what I'm mostly seeking is that support, unbiased support. As a birthing person, you probably know that everyone you meet has advice about what you should do with your baby, what you shouldn't do, how you should do this, how you should do that. And it can just be an overload of overwhelming information all the time. And our doulas are not here to do that. Our doulas are here to help you as the birthing person feel empowered to decide. So how we do that is talking about different options. So say someone mentions something to you, we can talk about the different options. We can give you more evidence-based information on it so that you as a parent are empowered when you decide what you're going to do. So that is the kind of support that you want to see from your doula. So when you're choosing a doula for your family, for your baby, for your birth, for any type of thing that you may be using a doula for, if this is a fertility loss, any type of situation. One, does this person have the education/experience to do this work? Do they have the experience? Someone who has given birth, that can make them, experienced enough to support you. But not everyone who's given birth can be experienced enough to support you. So you have to look at the different pieces of that. Someone who has a certification or other training means that this person is investing in their education. That is always a good sign of someone who's trying to become better and move forward and stay in the network and stay in the know about this profession and how things are evolving. Two, you want to make sure that that person is an advocate. This is someone that's teaching you how to advocate for yourself. So this is not someone who is enabling you. This is not someone who's taking the power away from you ever. You want your doula to be pushing the power towards you, putting the ball in your court. We're putting the information, the education, and the ball in your court. And then when you make that decision, we're here to support you in that decision. So you feel strong, you feel empowered, and you feel secure, you feel safe. You want to feel those things so that your body is able to open up and you're able to give birth. And then finally, you are looking for unbiased support. And so this is one of the realms where, though I do believe in being a doula to my friends, all my friends know that I want to be their doula, right? And at my birth, when I give birth, I would want, my doula to feel like a friend. However, we want to make sure that the doula is someone that can provide unbiased support. So if this is someone that you wouldn't feel comfortable telling secrets to, this is someone you wouldn't feel comfortable sharing a medical diagnosis with, that is likely not going to be somebody that will be a good doula for you and your family. I hope this helps you. Bye.